Hello everyone, I am Lincoln and this is Talking Japanese Plastic. Today we're going to be talking about Beast Saga and the Beast Saga Land, Sea, Sky Starter Set. I know there's not a lot of neat stuff to see yet because I did want to show off the box. Beast Saga is the revival, I guess you could say, of the old Battle Beast line. Unfortunately, I never really had any of those as a kid. I remember other people having them. And I don't really have any to show off at all. But they were little, not rubber, but little, figures with anthropomorphic animals and cool armor, and they all had a rub sign on their chests that was wood, fire, and I think water. And there was, I think, a simple little game you played. It was like rock, paper, scissors with them. But they were really neat little characters, and I remember everyone but me pretty much had a few of these little guys around. I don't know, I guess we just never saw them or I never asked for them, whatever. But they were really neat little figures from the 80s, 90s. And they went away. A few people have tried to bring them back or teased with possible things. But then, I think it was 2010, somewhere around there, is when Bandai came out with this Beast Saga line, which is more or less the continuation. Show off the box real quick. The 6 guys are in here: air, land, and sea. You can see green, red, blue. There are also a bunch of dice down here that'll show off in a minute. Here's shots of the 6 guys that we get. The whole crazy back of the box showing. Actually, it's nice. It gives the dice breakdown, and that'll make sense in a minute. Brief little, here's how the game works, because there is an actual game in this that's a little bit more than just a rock, paper, scissors thing. It's got this side, I've got guys in the way. Got stats, kind of just showing them what each guy individually kind of gets assigned to and all the extra stuff. And then just warnings and stuff on the back. Which, including my favorite, Choking Pac-Man. I don't know, it's always been a goofy thing. I always get a giggle out of that. So what are we actually taking a look at? Taking a look at these fellows. If I put them the right way and have them all standing. His feet right. I could do that. The not quite Battle Beasts. The Beast Saga guys. Hold on. Let's lower this camera a little bit. That seems a bit better. Probably bring them closer now. First off, I would like to say that I really like these little guys. Oh no! Alright, hold on a sec. I will get my list and let everyone know what we are looking at. So, from the sky over here, we have Rainbow Pete, I think that's right. Sorry, we have Rainbow Sam, Owl Mighty. These 2 fellows are from the land. We have Lepermint, which is like leopard and peppermint. I thought was pretty clever. Lepermint is to my knowledge, only female character. There's a cartoon show that goes with this, of course, and manga. I haven't read or seen it. This guy here is a nice and simple Wolfen. Yep, I-N, not E-N. Then we have Dawn Whale. I don't know why, I just love that name and his big goofy baleen smile. And then Ulrich. It's O-L-R-I-C-H. Maybe it's supposed to be 2 R's, I don't know. Romanizing things gets weird. So, let's take a look at these guys. Start from the left and I'll work my way around. Here we have Rainbow Sam with his fancy parrot face die. Heads do not move on these guys. Arms are just on a little swivel. You can actually the arms and legs, from what I can tell, you can pop them off and swap them around. I don't think that's a gimmick It's just how they're manufactured. But yeah, this is the articulation all of them has. Arms, depending on if there's wings or anything behind them, and then legs as much as they can. They go individually. So that's the posability aspect. And they do have these little dice inside that are used for the game. See, they've all got a plunger coming out the back. And the plunger has the corresponding picture so you know which dice match up with which figures. And that's nice. The dice get launched out. Whee! That wasn't the best. I'll show it off better later. They're translucent. They'll have any number of dots on them from 0 to 9. Because they do it with a 3x3 grid. And then we can just plop this back in. You can pull the plunger out or you can just stick it back in. And a nice thing, I don't know if it's really going to come through. You can kind of see it a little bit. Back here, you see this angle here? This little notch cut out? I'm pretty sure the reason that that's there, that this here is to help direct light in so that it comes out through the chest. I mean, you can see a little bit here. There's just not a lot of light directly above and behind the guy right now. If there's some light around, the jewels or the dice glow a little bit. So this is Rainbow Sam with his shield and his pistol, or laser, or whatever the heck that is. It's the only gun I've seen with these guys. All of them come with a shield as well. And they're not generic. The equipment works for them, or is specific to them. Here's Owlmighty. The goofy name I like. I like something about this circular pattern on his chest. I really like Owlmighty. He's got these little flames coming up from the sides. And he seems to be some sort of wizard or scholar or something. He's got what appears to be a magic staff. And a tome is his shield, which I think is pretty nice. And just to show you that the dice are all... Every individual character has his own specific set of dice. Or not set, but specific die. Let's get that back in. Take a look at the lovely Miss Leperment. I think it's a pretty neat design. The hearts and stuff are nice with the purple. The heart shield, she's got a crazy ass eye. Kind of high heels. Because how else would you know that she's a woman? Aside from kind of breasts. But it's not a lot you can do with these bodies. They're all going to be kind of blocky like that. Oh no! I was going to see what she had. Oh, her die is all over the place. You got 5s and 1s and 7s and 6s and 3s. Oh, I was going to point something out, but we'll get to that when I go over the game in a minute. Wolf in here. Looks pretty cool. I like him. I like the dark blue and the orange with the orange scarf. He's got a scar. His shield's pretty cool. He's got his sword is some sort of double-bladed affair. And they all have a little bit of I think they have sparkly bits? I can't tell. His die is very nice. Got lots of high numbers on here. And the way that balances out in the game is there are cards and magic points, and I'll go over that shortly. Here we have Dawnwell. I love that big goofy Baleen grin with I think it's armor above his eyebrows, but it just makes him look like he's got these nice goofy eyebrows. The turbines on the shoulders. I love the blue and the orange. Different blues and orange this time. It still works. He's got a little tail fin. Big chunky feet. His die, I think, is all over the place. Yeah, he's got 9s and 8s, but there's 2 1s. So that's a little risky. And then we have Auric here. Our killer whale. Kind of has jets in the back, which actually confuses me. No tail fin on him. What a shame. Let's see what his die is like. Again, those are 8s and then 2 1s. Huh. Very similar to Don Whale there. Now, you get the figures with all of this. You get all of their weapons, which are specific to each individual character. You can buy a lot of these guys individually, and when you buy them individually, they'll come with the same weapons. I don't know, however, if they come with the same cards, because each character is going to come with a card, which works in the game. One of the nice things is that it shows off the die composition. So you can just pick out your set by you can just set up your army with the cards. There's a fancy special power, which thankfully someone online translated at least the first wave of these guys. After that, I'm kind of lost. But for the most part, the first wave is translated by some random website, and hopefully if I can find it again, I will show you what all of that is. Oh man. That's something I wish I'd looked up ahead of time. Oh well. Now, I mentioned that this is a game. We're going to raise the camera back up and readjust for a second. Show you some of the other stuff that came with this. You get a handy dandy how to play sheet. At least I think that's what this is. Yes. This will teach you how to play. This is one of the things that someone has thankfully translated. In addition to that, it also tells you what all the magic dice do. The magic dice are all the other dice that came with this. We've got, hold on a sec, because I do have translations of this. First off, there's opaque and clear versions. The clear versions have one less blank space on them. So with this set, I got standard. These are 4s and 5s. These will add that amount to your battle lot, your roll, which I'll explain that in a minute. Some clear crystally 3s, so there's one extra side on these that actually will do something. We've got a mirror, which reflects the attack back, and I don't know if that, which means it's normally a tie, I guess, but whenever someone rolls their beast die and it's their fighter's symbol, whenever the symbol comes up, they automatically win. If you played this, though, you would win instead of them. We've got a couple of these guys, which you can... Is that right? That is right. You can take all of your numerical magic dice in your area and use this... Wow. It's a lot of stuff. You take all your magic lot dice, add up all the numbers, and then they're all count as used. That'll make sense in a minute. Let's say that that's pretty darn cool. And then this is break. This will negate the effect of someone else's magic die. And that might make a little more sense after I show you how to play. With this set, you get... These are different, right? These two different pamphlet-y things which show off, like... They show off a lot of the guys and stuff. What does the other one show off? Ah, this is more like just for... This sheet, I think, comes only with this set and goes over everything. Well, that's nice. And on the other side is the battle mat. We'll move these guys off for a second. I'll show you what the battle arena looks like. I think that'll be good enough. And of course, you need 2 of them, which is one of the nice things about this set. I think in the normal starter sets, you only get 1 of the 2. With the idea being, if you lived in Japan and you're buying these, and it'd be easier to find someone else. People buy their own sets, put together their own little fighting forces, and then send them out. Building your fighting force is easy. You just take 3 cards. Or you select 3 warriors, you have them with their weapons. The weapons don't really matter, they're just for aesthetics. And then you've got your cards. You'll see battle lot. This is how much they're worth, I guess. Magic lot determines how many magic dice you bring along. So, let's see, I had you, and who's a high numbered one? Oh, you guys are some of the highest numbered ones. So let's bring someone with a good battle value. Here we go. I'm going to go with Wolfen, Owl, Mighty, and Leparment. So, take a look at these. Take a look at this bottom left corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could bring, that's how many magic dice you're allowed to bring. I'll set these up where they go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll go with one of these for 7. So now I picked out my 7 dice. There are all these nice little spots over here in what is known as your magic lot area. For some reason the dice are called lots. I don't know. Oh no. Trying to get these little guys arranged, kind of in the little spots. There. And they're all set up over there. You take the cards for the guys you're using. Set them out. Who am I bringing with me? Leparment is over here. I need Owl Mighty. Which, it's not too interesting to see them from this angle, I understand. And I also brought along Wolfen because I needed some actual power. Now, your opponent will do the same thing up on their end. They will have their thing selected, their little fighting force will be set up. Then, I wish this camera were a little higher. I may not have that option anymore. That's just enough. Because really, I wanted you to be able to see the B and the M areas. I will take this guy. Let's just say Owl Mighty's our first fighter. When it's your turn, you play passes back and forth. You select one of your fighters. And you put them in the battle area, which is actually labeled in English, which is nice. These B and M sides aren't at all. That's for your battle and magic. But no, that's cool. And there is like a little plastic arena you can get for this if you want. I have no clue exactly what it's called. I haven't been able to find it to purchase. But I don't know how much of collecting I'm going to do with these. This is a nice set. This is a good enough set to start with. Okay, so you select who you're going to have fight, and they move up there. Then you select which of your opponent's fighters you're going to fight. Let's just say we're fighting Donwell. Then both of you shoot your dice at the same time. Kablamo! That was kind of cool. Bloop. You take whatever you roll and put it on the B, which is the battle lot area. On the actual, I've seen pictures of the little stadium thing. It's neat because there's actually, these guys sit on top of stairs. There's a Coliseum type area, you know, like an actual little battleground, which is where the dice go, so they stay in there. And then there's little slots on either side of your guy for the battle and magic lot areas. It's nice. So, if I'm doing this right, I think they take... Do they add it to their cards? I forget exactly how the game works, but more or less you do this, and then you add... Then you roll a magic die, which I think you can roll just regular, or if you want, you can shoot it. Let's actually roll it and hope it works. Hey, I got the +3. So that'll go into my magic area. They roll one of their magic dice. They don't really have any. They didn't get anything. So I got a 7 versus his 8. So he still wins, which is why I think you actually add it to their battle lot values. Let's try it that way. So his battle lot, my guy for Almighty is 21, plus the 4, bringing him up to 25, plus the 3 brings him up to 28. Almighty starts at a 27, and gets that, that's not good, and gets to add 8 to that, so he won. When that happens, you take your guy, you can put his die back in him, and you put it over here in what's known as the drop area. It's like your discard. And the magic you used with him goes too. Now, the winner The magic die still gets lost, I believe. I think. No, actually, if I'm remembering correctly, when you win, you get your magic back. Then the winner gets to go back and is still going. Even if he's not really standing today. And that's it until someone's eliminated. It's not the most amazing game. It's not the most in-depth thing, but there's enough guys out there and enough little strategy things, little strategic decisions you can make with magic and who you bring along. So there's a bit of a game. It's not the most involved thing, but it's at least, it's a step up from the rock, paper, scissors of the original Battle Beasts. Another thing I forgot to mention is when your guy activates, you turn the card one way or the other. See how they all have this gold thing that goes along and actually connects up with this on the side? I don't know if every version of these guys comes with a card with a special power. From what I can tell from reading it, not all of them have this gold power. Which, I don't remember what all of them are right now, and I actually haven't printed them out, which was dumb. I really should print those out. So, when you do it this way, so that their regular little red, green, blue, whatever their faction color is facing up, that's a normal activation. But if you turn them the other way with the gold one, then you're using their special power, which can only be used once per match. But aside from that, that's, from what I can tell, how the little game works. Game part, not a big deal. I like that it's there. It's nice. It's done okay. And I might play this with a few friends. Once I have a few more of these guys, maybe we'll do a little draft or something. So that's just the game part. Figure-wise, I really like these little guys. They're not really expensive or anything. They are still doing the series, I believe. I swear I saw there's new ones that have been announced recently. And some of the later series have some really wacky little things I've seen. The dice that are in the chest, I forget if it was this or one of the magic dice. Probably one of the magic dice or something. But they had it so that you could rotate one of the faces on the top, and then that rotates a drum on the middle, so that one of the faces on the die is actually something that you can twist around and alter a little bit. I thought that was kind of neat. And the newest sets that I saw that are going to come out, I think some of them have a 3-section die, so that you can actually rotate the top, middle, and bottom horizontal slices, and really change up what the die can do. You know, you can really change up what each face is, which I think is a pretty neat idea, a nice little gimmick, and a cool way to keep it from being so predictable. You know, with this basic setup, with the first run of it, you always know what dice that the character, at least, is going to be rolling. So you can kind of do a little bit of judging and gauging and making decisions from that before you even do anything. With those new ones, you know, there's a little bit more unpredictability than just the die roll, and I think that's kind of neat. So let's do some final thoughts. I really like these guys. I think they're fantastic. They weren't too expensive. I wouldn't say they were expensive at all, considering it was coming from Japan and it's a box this size with this many guys and all the stuff that came inside. You know, this was a pretty good price. And I think the little 3-packs starter sets, they're like $20 or something like that. You know, definitely something affordable if you're looking to get into these, or just have maybe just one little set to call back to the old Beast Wars. Not Beast Wars, Battle Beasts. So that's been the show for today. This has been the Beast Saga Air, Sea, and Air, Land, and Sky, or Air, Sea, and Land. Sorry, it's kind of early for me. Air, Land, and Sea starter set. I've been Lincoln. This has been Talking Japanese Plastic. I will see you guys next time.